Okay, Todd,
Do you
check it
think
out.
we're going to be going live?
We're going live. It's been
Oh my gosh. Where's the theme music, Megan? You're supposed to have theme music.
It's animal style. How's that? I've got my animal ears though.
I was going to say, you do have your animal ears. Now, are those bat ears or cat ears?
I wish they were dog ears. I'm a dog person. No offense to you cat lovers out there, but hey, all you big cats and kittens, I am a dog person.
You just disenfranchised half the audience. Way to go, Megan. That's okay.
It's funny. I do actually wish we had this video pulled up because it would have been a funny video to watch. But there's a cat dog challenge, and maybe we'll have George, one of our guests, post it on his page. But essentially, it's kind of like this meandering through little things in your hallway, and it's like, okay, does the cat knock anything down, or does the dog knock?
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, the cats are like ninjas.
It's like so stealth, and it just like looks over its owner, and then you just see the dog wipe everything.
I saw one where people were stacking toilet paper and had wiener dogs try to jump over, and they kept on making it higher and higher and higher. And eventually the wiener dogs just knocked it down and then kind of went through. Well,
yeah, my first reaction to that was, hey, can I have some of that toilet paper? Because I definitely don't have enough to be stacking anything. I'm on a 1 square ratio right now. 1 square.
I went to the store today, and there was a lonely package of toilet paper there. So you got to get there, fairly early in the morning. But, so here we are, Get Virtual. This is our way to spread the positivity. So do you know how I'm going to spread the positivity today, Megan?
How, Todd? How?
I'm going to change the weather. Right now I'm kind of cold. It's kind of wintry and everything else, but we haven't had snow for a while. And I think it's time to bust out spring.
Todd, you can change the weather. Oh my goodness, look at that magic trick. Don't change your day job, Todd.
I know, just when you thought, let's see if it doesn't fall on me. Just when you thought, how many of these boards does he have in his house, right? I've got a lot. I will sell them to you very cheap. Want some? Email me, Todd, planmygetaway.com. You can have your own. So, who do we have?
Now that the weather is nicer and the snow has melted, that means more open space and trails to be able to walk your cats or dogs outside. And so this show, I'm really, really excited because there has been a boom across the entire country with pet adoption and fostering. And so we have some really special guests to be able to showcase that feel-good, perfect story, starting with Laura, Communications Director from the SPCA of Northern Nevada. Hi, Laura.
Hi, how are you today?
So good. Oh, and then we also have Destiny and Scooter tuning in as well. Okay, so set the scene, Laura. Set the scene. Why is this a really important day? And then we'll go ahead and transition to Destiny and meet Scooter.
Yeah, we're super excited because as many people who've been following the SPCA know, we were fostering Scooter for a little while, and I actually fostered him myself in my home. And we had him for a little bit of time because he is a special needs dog. He is paralyzed from the hips down. So he does need to use a wheelchair to get around. And he also needs to have his bladder manually expressed a few times a day. But I created an Instagram account for Scooter because I was determined to find him a home. I should also mention he was on the brink of getting euthanized at his previous shelter, and we swooped him up to the last minute. We brought him in. He's the cutest little thing. I had him in foster care. And then, so I created an Instagram account for him, and Destiny reached out, and she's like, I'm so in love. I'd love to meet him. I'd love to try fostering him and then seeing if he's a good fit for our house, and then I'll let her take it from here.
So Scooter caught my attention the very first time I saw him. Wheelchair or not, his little face and the expressions that he makes, and he doesn't wag his tail, but you definitely know he's happy the way he flips his ears around and his little happy dance he does with his front feet. And that captivated me the first time I saw him, because what a struggle to have, but still be the happiest little dog and not only be so wonderful, but he spreads it to so many other people. And that's what captivated me so much about him. And I had to at least see if it was something that we could do. Not taking a chance on him could have made it so he couldn't have gotten a home as soon, or not have found the right one necessarily. And I think that we give him a really good home. So he's happy he's here. My daughter adores him. She asks every single day to cuddle with him on the couch. She tells me to take his blue off, which is his blue wheelchair, to take it off, and so he can cuddle on the couch with her. Memphis is totally starting to understand. I have a German Shepherd Chow who's very much so starting to understand that he's little and fragile, and they played together, and had to take a chance, and we did. And from the second I saw him in person, a little timid, but I just knew that he was going to fit into our family so well. Everything connected me to him. There's so many things that kept speaking to me. And there's a sweet little song that Laura sang while taking him out potty, because you're expressing a dog's bladder. You got to make it kind of fun. People stare at you, but it is what it is. And you're taking care of him to the best of your ability and making him feel relieved and comfortable in his state. And that's all that matters. She sang My Little Sunshine, and that is a really, really dear song to a very close family member who's no longer here with me. And I looked at the picture of Scooty and was thinking of it, and then heard that song that morning, and my aunt's favorite song came on the radio just a couple minutes after that. And I don't know, I believe in signs, and that was definitely just a huge sign that he was supposed to be a part of our family. And we're so thankful to have him. And I want to show other people that they can have a wheelchair dog too, and it doesn't upset your life. It's not huge changes. Thankfully, Scooter does not have many medical issues besides the bladder expression, so that definitely makes it a lot easier for us. But I want to show everyone that with kids and with other dogs that you can have this little bundle of life, even though he's on wheels. The first time we brought him home, he wouldn't go down the stairs for a couple of days. Now he runs down the 2 stairs out front, and he's even trying to go up them now. We see huge growth in him because we're giving him love and an environment that he can thrive in. That's
amazing. So real quick, Laura, I know that there's got to be there's a procedure you guys go through to try to make sure you match the right family. You know, a Scooter might be a little bit more difficult, but what is the process that you guys go through with to find the permanent home for your pets?
Look at Scooter.
Yes, look how cute he is. Oh my gosh. So yeah, we have kind of an interview conversation based adoption process that we use to kind of see if people have the right lifestyle and the right home environment for that specific pet. In the case of Scooter, for example, we wanted someone that would have the time to be able to express his bladder multiple times a day. Someone that, maybe had another animal because he has energy, he wants to have a playmate, that kind of thing. And so it's kind of how we filter people out. We bring them in, we do have meet and greets so that we want to make sure that their animals get along before we adopt them out. And then we go from there. So it's not super difficult, but our counselors are really, really good at being able to sense if the situation is a little off or not, maybe not the right fit, in which case we'll redirect them to maybe a different option.
And Destiny, really quick, could you kind of comment on what the process was like for you guys? Because I think there are a lot of people out there who are maybe looking to foster or looking to adopt, but are unsure with this current environment. And so just kind of what that process was like for you and Scooter and Charlotte as well. It'd be wonderful to meet Charlotte.
Hey, Charlotte, do you want to come say hi? Hi. Okay. So she'll be here in just a sec, but we got to stay calm, right? Okay. So, we have been looking for a small dog to add to the family just because. Say hi. Hi. Okay. So we have been looking for a minute for a smaller dog, and we are very much so happy to continue to keep adopting. Because that's where we have gotten most of our wonderful family members. Memphis, our Shepherd Chow, is from the Carson City Humane Society. We just thought, might as well go take a look, pet some dogs, ended up taking him home. So we wanted to explore more shelters and see what else that we could find there, obviously. Hold on. And we were trying to find the perfect one, of course. And no one was quite speaking to us to blend with our family like we were wanting. So we were actually looking at a breeder potentially to get a different dog. you get your foot? And we were continuing to look. I'm checking Craigslist, checking all the sites, and I kept seeing Scooter and saw an Instagram page about him then, which was absolutely genius to do because you can see so much of his daily activity and how normal he really can be. Like, that he's just another dog on a really awesome set of wheels. So going in there and setting it up with Laura, thankfully, and Tara from the SPCA, it was really easy, surprisingly. They were really wonderful to work with us, took all the time for me. I mean, they even went above and beyond. Oh, hold on. I couldn't fill out an application for some reason on my end. So she said, don't even worry about it. We can handle it when you get here. Just so calm and so helpful.
Mommy.
Hold on, sweetie, please. You're getting a little crazy, okay? If I can only have that energy. And so when I got there, Memphis was obviously very excited. And I could not control him as well as I was wanting to, just because there was a brand new dog and he was so excited. One of the wonderful, super incredible, helpful ladies, she stepped in and, hey, do you mind if I help? No, please feel free. And good job. And she worked with us and took time. Okay, now let him have it though. Let him have it. Good job. And brought Charlotte in, and Charlotte met Scooter, and Memphis met Scooter, and it blended really well, and it was quite easy. I had some nervousness about it, that it might not work out or my dog might be too much, but the SPCA took so much time and caring to put Scooty in this home and try and be a good fit for us. And obviously, there's a lot going on.
I can tell you have a lot going on there, Destiny, and I totally understand. I've got 3 girls in the other room. They're like tied up or something. My wife's taking care of them, so I don't have to worry about them right now.
Kudos to you. You have 3. That's insane.
Kudos to my wife for handling all that. So real quick, right. Laura, obviously in this kind of environment, any special needs that the SPCA needs right now, or what's going on with that? How has that affected COVID? And then where you guys are at?
Well, right, you mean for the adoption center or the organization?
Yeah, are you having a bigger demand, a less demand, or needs of any sort?
So a really cool thing is, we knew we had to close the adoption center. We knew we needed to get all of the animals out of the building and placed into homes. And we thought it might take a day or two, or we thought it might take a couple days. It ended up taking us like 1 hour to get enough fosters and get all the animals in a home. So the community really stepped up to help us out during the COVID-19 emergency evacuation. We did have a little bit of a halt on everything, but right now we're moving to curbside adoptions, and we're hoping to maybe slowly start bringing in some more animals to adopt out. But again, our intake capacity is very limited at the moment, so unfortunately we aren't able to help out our partner shelters to the level that we wish we could. But so that's the impact there. We can't do low-cost spay neuters for the community, unfortunately, right now, but we are still offering low-cost vaccine, so people can still get their pets vaccinated. That is considered an essential service, so we're still providing that for the community. But yeah, hopefully come May we can slowly start ramping things back up and really helping save lives.
Awesome. Well, great job. All right. Well, I think we're going to say bye to both of you guys, and we got some other people coming on with some other stuff going on. So,
Bye.
We'll talk to you later.
Oh my gosh, Precious, that was so
that as a household that was full. I know how that goes, that's for sure. And let's bring on our next 2 guests.
That just goes to show you, right? And during this time, to be able to adjust and adapt, to have another loving family member and welcome them into your home is what people need right now. And so on that note, to be able to, 1, feed and treat your newfound family member, as well as train. We have our next guest. We've got Jorge Richter, owner of Dog Cat over in Lake Tahoe. And then we have Kelly Bolin, animal behavior consultant. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
So Kelly, real quick, can you make George roll over or do a trick real quick?
I could. George, what's your favorite treat?
You're supposed to tell me.
George, pat your head. Pat your head. Good boy.
Hey!
Good boy.
Yeah, he's doing the tummy too. Awesome.
Wait, are men that easy to train? I didn't know.
Well, Sometimes it
Don't tell
depends
my
if there's
wife.
food involved or
Don't tell her.
sports involved. Sometimes.
Trouble now.
So George, owner of Dog Cat here in Lake Tahoe. So you've had to adapt, obviously, because of COVID, but people still need their dog food. They still need their things. What kind of service are you offering there for people to try to keep things as normal as possible?
Yeah, I mean, we're doing everything as normal as we possibly can, with exception of trying to avoid having people come in the door. Or we've had the rare occasion where, for one reason or another, they really need to come in. But we've been doing things like texting and video chat and communicating as much as possible, trying to encourage people to go onto our website. And most of the people that are coming in are local people that have been here many times before. And we simply just pull up their history, look at what they've purchased before. And many times people don't remember what kind of food they get. So we just help them figure out what it is they got in the past and see what we can do for them. And then we ring them up here in the store before they get here. They come, they call us when they get here. We bring the stuff out for them and off they go. So that's been the most common, and it's actually gone incredibly smoothly and been really easy. People, it's kind of a balance of people don't necessarily want to be exposed to us, and we don't want to be exposed to them, and everybody's happy. So we don't kiss at the door or out at the curb like we used to anymore. So we just give them their stuff and we run away. No, we have been doing some deliveries. We've been shipping more stuff than we typically do. We've had some really interesting transactions from people from really far away, like Alaska and places that we don't typically hear from customers. So that's been interesting. But it's just been quieter. Originally we had a lot of people buy a lot of stuff. We had some record busy days right up to when people were I guess panicking, when they were buying toilet paper and they were stopping getting pet food. And so we're kind of in the downhill side of that at the moment, so it's a little quieter. But we ramped up our website. We made, right when the COVID thing really started happening, fortunately I was able to anticipate making sure that we cleaned up our website and tried to make sure that everything was really up to date and pricing, and we added a lot of different shipping options. So on our website itself, people can actually choose curbside delivery, or we didn't have a curbside option as a choice for shipping, which honestly we'll probably have it forever now, because I think a lot of people actually like it. So we put a big banner outside that tells people what we're doing and a little sign on the door, just encouraging people to call. Just doing a lot more communicating, texting back and forth, but more importantly, like Facebook messages, email blasts, trying to get it all out there. Here's what you can do, and so people aren't surprised. But because of this situation, most people just call anyways, so they don't know if we're open for sure, and then that makes it really easy for us to sort of set the stage for the whole process, and it works fine.
So we started this initial conversation about, just joking about, hey, can you make George do this trick? And Kelly, your initial comment was, what's your favorite treat?
That's right.
Now, is that actually valid? Do you have to find a treat for your animal or your pet to be able to have that reinforcement? Because if that's the case, George has a huge supply, and I've even tasted some of his barkery treats, actually.
Yeah. Well, the thing is about training is it doesn't matter what the animal is, whether it's a human animal or a cat or a dog or any other animal. What you have to do in order to train them is find what they like, find what's reinforcing to them. Now, for a lot of dogs, it's food, so food treats, stuff George carries in his store, that's the kind of stuff dogs like, So training dogs with food. Now, some dogs like to train, they're not real food motivated, so play is a good motivation for them. So ask them to sit. When they sit, good boy, and throw the ball. And that's better for them than the treat. It depends on the dog. You got to know your individual animal and what they love, and reward the behaviors you like with something that the animal likes. And the animal's going to say, hey, look what I got. I guess I'll do that behavior again.
So being stuck inside my family and everyone here, I've kind of noticed that our dog has become extremely clingy. Like, he doesn't know what's going on. I find him constantly he thinks he's a lap dog, and he wants to climb up on my lap when we're eating dinner and anytime we're sitting around. So, and he's not quite a lap dog. So, is that something that people can expect right now?
Well, I do think it's confusing for the animals because animals are very routine oriented, just like we are. And so they get used to a routine. They get used to getting up in the morning, taking your shower, going to work. And when the routine is changed, it can be stressful for animals. There's a ton of memes out there now about the dogs saying, I wish they'd go back to work. I've had 500 walks already today, And so it can be really confusing. But one of the things that we behaviorists are really worried about with this whole COVID thing is dogs that spend 24/7 with their owners are going to be more prone to develop separation anxiety when their owners go back to work. And so this is a problem that we're really worried about. So just for, as a behaviorist advice for you, even if you can't go to work, it's really important that you have some kind of a routine where you actually leave the house every day and leave your dog alone, whether it's to walk around the block or get in your car and go for a drive, because if you're with them 24/7 through this whole thing, and this might run us months, who knows, then when you have to go back to work, that dog is not going to know how to handle it. Even dogs that were fine with you being off to work every day before this happened. And so I urge people to, go outside, take a walk, go for a drive, leave the dog at home, leave the radio on for company, give them something yummy like a stuffed Kong, or hide treats around the house for them to search for, or, put some kibble in a feeder ball or something like that to keep them busy while you're gone, and make it a positive association that, they leave every day still and good stuff happens for me, just to keep them being used to being alone in the house sometimes.
I never
This
thought
is
about
something
that.
we have to deal with all the time with customers. And I'm probably not nearly as qualified as Kelly to talk about it, but we have to help people with separation anxiety just on a normal basis. So I completely agree that and I didn't think about it, but I suspect we'll be handling a lot more of those types of questions after people go back to work.
Absolutely, yeah. But while you're home with your dog, the other thing is that when dogs don't have enough to do, then they sometimes show bad behavior. So one thing that's really important is give your dog some structured things to do every day. It's great that you're there and they have your company and everything, but they still need mental and physical stimulation. And so the best way to stimulate them mentally is make it a challenge to eat. So putting their food kibble in a feeder ball, and you don't have to buy a feeder ball, although George has plenty of feeder balls out there at his store. But you can put in a soda bottle or something. The idea is that you make the dog work for his food. Now this is true for cats too. Cats love to work for their food. So making them work for their food, again, hiding treats around the house for them to search for. Both dogs and cats have an amazing sense of smell. And so if you trigger their sense of smell, that gives them lots of mental stimulation. And so those kind of things are really important to keep their brain stimulated. And then of course they need exercise. And with dogs, you can take them for a nice walk. We got plenty of time for that. Play fetch in the yard. There's lots of things we can do to give your dog good aerobic exercise, because it's great that you're there, but they still need that mental and physical stimulation every day.
I think I might start hiding my kids' food around the house and just see how
I
that
think that's
works.
a good idea. Watch out, your wife might hide your food around the house.
It might not be good for them, but it'd be great entertainment for me.
Absolutely.
That's what it's all about, right? So
it's like an Easter egg hunt every day.
Becca's gonna hide your beer. That's what she.
exactly.
No, there you go. That's a good one.
Thank you so much for joining us. Kelly, if people would like to get in contact with you and have more questions regards to animal behavior, where can they find you? Yeah,
so my website is very easy. It's kellybolin.com. And my email is kelly@kellybolin.com. Feel free to get on my website and, email me through there, or just shoot me an email, and I'll be glad to answer any questions. If you need a behavior consultation, I'm here for that as well.
And you're doing it via video now, right?
Yep, video. Yep. And that,
Okay.
Unfortunately, I can't go into people's homes right now, but we can do a lot through video chat. I get good history on the animal and see what's going on and be able to help people for sure.
And George, people are going to want to buy treats and toys and everything they need. What is the best place, and how can they get a hold of you and find you?
Right here at Dog.Cat, and we sell it on dog.cat.com. We have most of our selection on there. We do have a lot more stuff in the store than we actually have on our website, just because if you've been in our store, it's not huge, but you can see how many little teeny tiny things, and you'll understand that. But as far as treats go and food, most everything is represented on the website, and we'd love to help anybody out if they have questions about any nutritional things. We try to guide people in that area as well.
What about like hours? What are you guys open now? Do you have restricted hours, or and where are you located?
Yeah, we reduced it a little bit, so we're 10 to 5. We're going to stick to that for the moment. That could change, but we'll update that on our website and wherever else. And then we're at 4000 Lake Tahoe Boulevard. So the easiest way to find us is we're a couple blocks on the California side from State Line, kind of near the gondola, not in the gondola shopping center, which is a good reference for a lot of people, but where Rayleigh's grocery store is near State Line. We're right in that little shopping center.
Great. Well, thanks a lot for joining us, guys. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Much.
Bye-bye.
I love that. And on a side note, his barkery has some really great peanut butter cups that I've tried myself.
Yes, I do remember us shooting that video, and I think you got hazard pay for trying to eat that barkery. No, actually, didn't George say something like it's actually people grade food? It's like
95% peanut butter. And to be quite honest, if I think that's how it should go. If I can eat it, my dog can eat it, or my animal, right? Because I mean, food's food.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And anywho, side note, that was wonderful.
Not grapes or chocolate.
It's really great.
Not grapes or chocolate. Dogs, not good for dogs. Just want to point that out.
No. You know, I again, being able to build this platform to give voice and amplify some of these really amazing stories that we all need right now has been extremely uplifting, and I hope you feel the same as well, to all of our viewers, and of course you too, Todd.
Oh yeah. And obviously, you know, we love the support. Great way to do this. Share it on your Facebook page. Let people know about it. If you want to get in contact with us and you have a great story that you think would be great for us to maybe highlight, Reno Tao at planmygetaway.com. Tagline, get virtual. And we've got it on our website, planmygetaway.com. We've got it on Facebook. You should be able to see all the old episodes. And remember, my job is to make Megan look professional.
Only if you're on mute, Todd. I gotta tell you that this gives me an excuse to like dress up every day. I didn't realize how many costumes they have. And every single show that we do, I'm gonna try and dress up to the theme. And it's funny because you're like, well, I don't have any cat ears. You have 3 daughters, so I guarantee, I challenge you.
I had bunny ears on last show. Yes, you can go back and you can see me in bunny ears. You know, and I'm trying to put pants on every day, so we're doing well.
Well, I brushed my teeth and put on deodorant today, so it's a win. It's a win. Okay, thanks for watching, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.